pretending to be a black woman. With all the stereotypes of loud, ghetto talking, trash talking blackness that we have. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life TV with Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for another PNTV. That's Poetry's News and Twisted Views. This one is called The Real Deal. And we're going to talk a little bit about movie news. Oh my God, y'all. I watched this film that I just thought was fucking awesome. See You Yesterday. It's Netflix. So you can go on there and see it right now. I've been talking about it pretty much all week. I'm going to do a separate review on it later, so I'm not going to get in too much detail about what's going on with the film. But See You Yesterday is a Spike Lee joint, which surprisingly, we didn't have that Spike Lee effect, you know, when he has the thing where the rest of the atmosphere is moving, but he's standing still. I don't recall seeing that in this episode. Yeah, I don't recall seeing that. But this is about two young teenagers who are dabbling with time travel, and at some point during the film they need to use it to go back and try to correct some mistakes of the past, and they get kind of trapped up in the effects of time travel, so to speak, and all the negative things that could happen when you fuck with the past. So this is starring as Calvin Walker, Astro. Y'all remember Astro from when X Factor UK first aired in the United States? Not X Factor UK, X Factor USA first aired back then, 2010, 2011. And Astro was a little boy that came on there and rapped, and he did a little song about Simon and Dr. trying to holler at his mama. If Simon was really feeling him, yeah, Astro. That's the young man that's playing Calvin Walker. I was wondering whatever happened to Astro. I started researching him, and apparently he's still rapping. I was like, oh, okay, go ahead on, boy. Then we have Eden Duncan Smith. The biggest role that I am familiar with her on is when she played in the remake of Annie. She was the little girl Isabella from The Orphanage. And then Dante, how you pronounce his name? Shriklo, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is his debut role. Eden plays the character named CJ Walker, Claudette Josephine Walker, and Dante plays her best friend Sebastian. There's some other characters here, but these are the main three roles that are out here. Now, I couldn't help but notice that her name was CJ Walker. Madam CJ Walker. So I think Spike Lee is paying a little homage to Madam CJ Walker. Now, we all know that Madam CJ Walker's real name was Sarah Breedlove. Her husband's name was Charles J. Walker, but she was the Madam. You know, people introduce themselves as Mrs. and their husband's name. She was Madam CJ Walker, and she just kind of lived with that name. So I wonder if Spike Lee was just purposely naming her Claudette Josephine Walker so she could have the initials CJ Walker, you know, in homage to Madam CJ Walker. I think it was very intentional of Spike Lee that he did that. Like I said, they attempt to build this time machine. They gotta travel. They start traveling back in time, and they have to correct some wrongs. They fucked some shit up when they went back one time, and they gotta correct some stuff that happened in the present day. They trying to anyway. So CJ is running head and first into this epic adventure, and it's basically destined to challenge your thought process of what fate has planned for you. So like I said, also in this movie, Spike Lee gives a big shout out to Back to the Future by having Michael J. Fox star as the teenager science teacher. I didn't think it was a coincidence either that his name was Mr. Martin. You know, in Back to the Future, his name was Marty McFly, so Marty. I think that was just a play on names. And I don't think nothing is coincidental. I just thought that, the acting was great. It was set in New York. Of course, most Spike Lee movies are. And the acting was so authentic to me. It didn't seem forced. Like, for these to be these kids opening roles for the most part, I thought that they portrayed New York City teenagers to the best of its ability. Yeah, I encourage you all to go and watch Netflix and chill with your family and go watch See You Yesterday. This film came out in 2018 with Spike Lee. snippets of it. It was a short film back in 2018 and went to the Film Festival Awards, and they pushed out the new movie, the full movie out this year, and I'm so glad they did. A lot of people was complaining about the ending. I feel like if you know anything about time travel, you will understand the ending to its fullest. And one of my friends was on Instagram saying that he thought that it led more to fate and destiny, and which it does. I think that is true as well, fate and destiny, and how that all works with time travel. So I think the ending was perfect. It was perfect. Like, yo. So when I do the review, you'll hear more about that. We're gonna roll on to the next movie, Ma. Octavia Spencer stars in this psycho thriller titled Ma. And I don't want to see this shit. Damn, I'm calling this shit already. I don't want to see it. Now, I do know that Octavia Spencer is co-producing this movie. And that their idea was they wanted to get her out of the common roles that she normally plays in. So this is a step out. In a way, to me, the role she played on The Help, when she decided to make that shit pie for her boss, that's exactly how she delivered this role in the trailers to me. But she's a psycho person. And I think one of the things that's throwing me off about this movie, this grown-ass black woman decides that she wants to befriend a group of teenagers. Majority of them are white. I think it's like one or two other black teenagers with them, but it's a bunch of white kids that she wants to befriend. Or friend. I forgot how the best word to say that. Befriend? Yeah, befriend. She wants to be cool with these motherfuckers. And I don't understand why this grown-ass woman won't do that. So basically, this new little chick decides to roll up on her in the store. They want to buy some liquor. They want to party, all right? They roll up on her store and try to get her to buy the liquor. A lot of kids do that. They stand outside the liquor store and say, hey, can you go on there and buy this for me? And the person will buy the shit and bring it out to them. Y'all know that's against the law. But she decided that instead of y'all, going to get drunk somewhere else, come on to my crib. It's more safe, for y'all to do that. So these kids are convinced to go to Ma's house. She had some rules. Don't go upstairs. Don't make sure one person stays sober and some other shit. Somehow it quickly turns into an obsession to these kids. She started trying to dress like them, talk like them. I didn't understand. It made it seem as if she was slow. And that's not a politically correct term any longer. But the truth be told, that's what the fuck it is. If you learn it at a slower pace than most people, damn it, you're slow. Shit. I'm not PC. Y'all know I'm not. But that's what it made it seem like she was. Like, I guess I would need to watch the movie to understand why the fuck she want to be hanging around these fucking teenagers. Why the fuck these teenagers would want to be hanging around her. Usually people that I knew growing up that would hang around a grown-ass person like this was because the person was slow. Because they had some type of learning disability. And they figured that they could take advantage of the situation and get away with a lot of shit that they couldn't get away at home. So, but like I said, it turns into an obsession where it becomes a horror fest for these fucking kids. Just the trailer shows so damn much. I think the trailer is the whole fucking movie. She make friends with these little bitches. They come to her house. She's sewing up their lips. She cutting their throat. She on their cell phone, Snapchatting. It's them. And that was the third rule. They have to call her Ma. I'm trying to be your friend. I want you to call me Ma. I think this film would have been probably a lot better for me if she was doing this to adults. A grown-ass woman. I would have had, let me set the stage. I would have had her, a grown-ass woman with a lot of money. Maybe she had some issues going up in life. People didn't like her much, this, that, and the third. They probably used to bully her, but now she living a high life. And she got some payback that she want to do to these bitches. Got some payback. So she makes friends with these motherfuckers that she didn't used to be friends with. And they probably genuinely want to be her friend now. Maybe because she or in her mind, she would think that they want to be friends only because she got this financial status or what have you, but they generally want to be her friend at this point. But she gonna pay them back in whatever way they tortured her when she was younger, whatever way she felt that she was abused when she was younger, and that's how she would get them back. That would make more sense to me, Octavia Spencer. If you're listening to me, girl, I could write that fucking script for you. But it's not drawing me at all. And then I was like, she the token black in the movie. She the only. I had to look up the cast to find out that there is 2 other black people in this movie. Simone Clark and Tyler Lavelle, is that her name? The young girl that played in Acrimony, who played younger. I can't think of her fucking name. Taraji. Her character, the younger version of her, yeah, she's in this movie too. But I don't know how big their roles are, if they gonna last long. You know, black people don't live long in horror films. Yeah, I'm just not interested in seeing this woman interact with these teenage white drunk kids who ain't supposed to be drinking because they're underage. The trailer has me like this, frowning up at it more than it being intrigued to go see it. But it starts showing on May 31st. If y'all want to go see that shit, go on to the theater and go see it. Y'all come back and tell me how it went. I really don't think I'm going. I did put in for free passes though. If I get the free passes, I'm gonna go. I'm like hooked with a lot of the Sony screening and shit like that, and Paramount Pictures and Universal. So I'm on a mailing list to try to get free tickets to stuff. And a lot of times I miss the email and I miss my damn tickets. But I'm on a list to see if I can get the free tickets for this. And if I get the free tickets, then I'll go. But I don't think I want to spend my money for it. I know we supporting everything black and Octavia Spencer black, but no. I mean, I would rather see something like Fast Color. Y'all like, what the fuck is Fast Color? I know, I'm that way too. I saw it on Twitter. Fast Color went by so fast in the theaters that we didn't even see it happen. That's how fast it went by. And this is a movie about 3 generations of black women who have superhuman powers. Now the mother, the second generation, she has been in hiding, so to speak. There's been a government agent out looking for her ass because she has the ability to affect the Earth's atmosphere. She can touch metal or look at metal and it completely decompose. You know, she can just raise a hand and change the wind. She has these seizures that causes earthquakes. She got that type of ability. So she's been kind of in hiding. Now, one of the things I just found out about the film is that she was supposed to be a drug addict. I was like, why would they make her a fucking drug addict? And then I thought about it and I was like, oh, well, maybe she wasn't aware that she actually had powers, that she just thought something was wrong with her. So she was self-medicating to try to fix that problem, or they was giving her medications that she got hooked on to try to fix the problem, and then with the seizures and all that type of shit, anything. So anyway, I also learned that this film came out in 2018. Now, when I saw it on Twitter, it had just hit the theaters in April. So I was like, what you mean it came out 2018? So it made me dig a little further. This movie came out in 2018 and went to 6 theaters nationwide. Not 6 states, not 6 cities, 6 theaters nationwide. This was their limited release. Now this takes me back to Black Panther. Y'all remember when Black Panther came out, they was talking about, oh my goodness, how Black Panther just opened up the doors and they done broke the code on how to market a black movie. You know, there's now, they even termed it as cultural marketing. You know, they have Disney was able to tap into the unmet needs of an underserved community, being black people. And from here on out, you know what I'm saying? Nobody should ever say that they can't market a black movie. They would have no excuse on how to promote a black movie. Black Panther was supposed to spark this little grassroots movement and make black writers and black actors and creatives and directors and producers more visible. Even the black audience was more targeted to, the demographic was just more visible. It was more present because of Black Panther. OMG, you know what I'm saying? So what the fuck happened to Fast Colors? Well, the director, Julia Hart, she's a white woman. She said that she's so sick and fucking tired of all the god doggone lip service that the industry has said about wanting people of color to tell their stories, about themselves, and she goes on to say that there was not one single print ad put out for this movie anywhere. So they re-released it. Usually the limited release is usually small group of theaters. Then they did the mass release. Baby child, the mass release was 25 theaters nationwide. 25 for a mass release. And the production house is saying that this movie failed tremendously. It only grossed $75,000. Who the hell knew it existed? Like Julia Hart said, there wasn't one print ad about it. We found out on Twitter about it after it was over. It released in theaters on April 19th of this year for their mass release. Not counting the release that happened in 2018, nobody knew about either. 25 theaters. I was looking high and low for where these theaters are. I'm like, I'm going to see this movie. The trailer looked so damn good to me. I'm going to see this movie, right? It took me about a week, I think, to find the list of where the cities were at. The closest one was Atlanta, Georgia. Then Morrow, Georgia was the next closest. And I'm in Orlando, Florida. That was the closest ones. And by the time I found it, it had left the building. It's not showing anywhere. I can't even put it up on my doggone Android TV. Just like, it ain't showing anywhere. If you were able to see this movie when it hit your city, let me know how you thought it was, because I want to see the doggone movie. Somebody need to re-release it again for a third fucking time, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Julia Hart was saying that at the end of the day, she showed people this movie, they loved it. Black women, white men, black men, everybody from different companies, different cultures was loving this movie. But at the end of the day, when it got to the male white gatekeepers in the industry, they claimed to not know who this movie was for in order to market it. Let's see. The movie stars 3 generations of black women with superhuman powers on the run from the government. So just from that little synopsis right there, we got black women in general, then black women, black people as a whole. Since it's 3 generations, we probably got an age gap from 7 to 49, maybe a little higher. I'm gonna say 7 to 64. Age gap. Sci-fi lovers, action lovers, people who are like government agent conspiracies, drama. We got a whole bunch of genres of people that we can market this movie to. But for some reason, they didn't know who to market it to. The reviewers that I did see online who have seen the movie, they said that she's the next black superhero. I want to know what kind of superhero she have. I know she got superhuman powers, and come to find out, her mama and her daughter had them too. We need to know. That's all told in the trailer, so it's no shock. That's all in the trailer. I'm not giving y'all any type of things. But anyway, I can go on and on and on about all the different genres and markets that they could market that to. But instead, we get movies like Loqueesha. Jerry Seville is an actor/writer. Best known, if known at all, for his movie called The Test, another racist, sexist, misogynist, ageist ass fucking movie. And his role on Modern Family that was so insignificant that nobody even know who the fuck he was. Matter of fact, they didn't even bother to give him a name. He was titled husband He was called husband. That was the name of his role. He appeared on Modern Family in 2017 in one episode. And he thinks that he's this great grand actor. His movie, The Test, he wrote, produced, directed, the same as he's doing Loqueesha and starring in it. Well, this dickwad, for some reason, thought that it would be funny. It's going to be funny, make people laugh their asses off. To create a movie about a white male who's a bartender needing to get money to get his kid into private school. So he gets a job, sight unseen, imitating himself as Loqueesha, a black woman who is loud and sassy, talking with a whole lot of motherfucking attitude and talk like this and all these, you know what I'm saying? Like that, right? With the exception of the fact that this motherfucker don't even sound like a woman, less more a black woman. He sound like a white dude. We sound like ain't a retentive ass white dude. That's what he sound like. He don't even sound like he pretending to be a black person. He don't even sound like he pretending to be a woman. But somehow he gets a job as an on-air radio personality pretending to be a black woman. With all the stereotypes of the loud, ghetto talking, trash talking blackness that we have. Even in the trailer, it says Loqueesha is going to be the role model for all African Americans. Seville got a lot of slack for this bullshit. Of course he should. But he's still using the excuse, or he's still using some excuses to justify why he could put a movie out like this. Back in 2015, he, SNL did a script where this white dude was pretending to talk like he was black. I mean, whatever talk black is, trying to talk like he was black to avoid sounding like he's being a racist. I was like, Jeremy Seville's stupid asshole self didn't realize that this was intended to be sarcasm and show how racist the dude really was by pretending to be a black woman, by trying to be this stereotypical black woman. But Jeremy Seville say, yeah, people laughed at it, so that was funny, so I figured I could do it too. I could pretend to be a black woman too. In addition, he compared himself to white chicks, which is, by the way, is a movie that I did not like. But this is two black government agents or police agents who go undercover as white women, down to the white face and the garb and everything. I thought that movie was in such poor taste. It wasn't funny. I didn't like it. Okay. But this is another reason he compared himself. I'm doing the same thing that the Wayans brothers did. And Marlon Wayans was like, motherfucker, keep your name out my mouth, so to speak. You know, I'm paraphrasing. Why he didn't compare himself to roles like Tootsie and then what is the other, Victor Victoria, you know? I think Victor Victoria was a movie of, that movie right there was a white man who was pretending to be a woman who was pretending to be a man. Did I get that right? Or was a woman pretending to be a man pretending to be a woman? I might have fixed it. Victor Victoria. I can't remember now. Shit. Was it a woman pretending to be a man pretending to be a woman? But that was so well done. It was so well done. But like we have roles like and he can't compare it to Tyler Perry, because Tyler Perry is pretending to be this character. He's acting as this character. He's not pretending to be the character as his character. Like Loqueesha, this is a white dude who was pretending to be a black woman in order to get a job, as if black women get jobs so easily over white men. But they were supposedly looking for a black radio host on this particular segment of this show. And the imagery that he has put into this role as far as who Loqueesha is also so stereotypical to show just what his intent truly is. She's an overweight black woman, loud when she talk, the dress, you know, the image that he puts out there of what Loqueesha is supposed to look like. attached to the attitude. I can't even say the voice because the voice ain't there. The attitude that he's giving on this talk show. She's very disrespectful. She's hanging up on the guests when they call in, smacking, and just all of that, all the stereotypical things, the over exaggeration of what it means to be a black girl, Seville, he even lied and said that his trailer was part of the San Luis Obispo International Film Festival, right? He's putting their little logo labels and shit on his damn trailers and his promos and everything. And the film festival came out and said, no, the fuck he didn't. He wasn't part of us. We didn't view him. We didn't screen him. And they have already got their lawyers involved to get the trailer removed and to get their logos taken off this shit. Now, the funny thing about it is that I'm not even sure how the trailer got out there. I think there was a black blogger who put it out there. His film has not been funded. It's not going to theaters that I'm aware of. It's not being promoted in theaters. Seville is doing this on his own. It's probably going straight to DVD. I think just like the test did, straight to DVD. Anyway, like I said, in a statement to Newsweek, the film festival said, no, we ain't do this shit. And they put out a letter on Twitter saying that film was even rejected for viewing when the film festival happened. And then Seville gonna come back and say, oh, my bad, we didn't even make it. We pulled it from the film festival because it wasn't ready to come out yet and we just forgot to remove their logos. Anyway, Seville is standing by his stupidity, saying that the film goes so much deeper than race and gender. It's about spirit over form, whatever the fuck that means. Then it also says that our diverse cast were happy to be a part of it. Now, this diverse cast includes comedian Dwayne Perkins, black man. People been turning him a new asshole. My girl Ty Bibbins over her channel say boycott all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't the only one. It's just like a slap in the face. It's very offensive to what you think a black woman is supposed to look, sound, and act like, right? So Dwayne Perkins, though, at the time was saying that he was not going to do any interviews about the movie until it actually started showing. But I think he just recently put out an interview. I forgot to look at it. Moira Hall, I'm not sure what role she plays. Somebody named Renee in the movie. She said she ain't doing interviews at all. Those are the two black people that are involved with this movie. She ain't doing it at all. Dumbasses. Well, considering this is supposed to be like I said, an unseen face on radio, like I said, the imagery that he uses, like I said, it looks like she's the stereotypical loud talking black woman, with Loqueesha being supposedly one of the blackest names. Anything with an Isha in it is a black. Aisha, Keisha, Loqueesha, then the equals, all them come in there. Loqueesha, Nakisha, those are supposed to be the blackest type of names that could possibly be. I just want to say to this because I seen under Ty's video and some other video I was watching that was talking about this trailer, how a few black people were under the thing saying this is why I didn't name my child a typical black name. This is why I try not to use my real black name. And me as an author, when I first hit the scene, I was the same way. I did not want to put my real name on a book because I thought it was too black sounding and I knew people wouldn't buy it. And I didn't want to just market to black people. I wanted just to market to people. Which is one of the reasons why I use C.L. Reed as a name. It really doesn't say what racial background I am. I use C.L. in my last name for my journalism. And then I use CVD as that's just a pseudonym for eroticism because I didn't want anything attached to my daughter. But other than that, I did that myself. I've grown up. But now that I'm like so deep into the writing, I don't want to change my name back. I don't think I ever want to use my real name anyway. That's because people crazy, I heard these days. They psycho. They're gonna look my ass up, then I have to fight and kill and punch you and all that kind of shit to you. So yeah. Anyway, but a lot of people were saying because of how stereotypical sounding our names are, Portia and Precious, and you know, like I say, Loqueesha. I don't, sisters, brothers too. I don't give a name if you Watermelon Adriana. Yeah, I forgot that. I think that's how that dude pronounced his name. Watermelon Drea. I used to love watching his channel. I don't care if your name is that. I don't care if your name is Bonquisha, Loqueesha, whatever the fuck it is. Embrace your fucking name. Period. Embrace it. Motherfuckers out here named Ludwig, and Biff, and Ledger, and shit like that. I got some celebrity names for y'all. Uma. The fuck kind of name is Uma? Okay. Bear Blaze. Somebody named their motherfucking kid Apple. I want to say that was my boy Bruce Willis. Got a daughter named Apple and Siri. After the fucking Apple people. And Siri, you know the voice on the phone. Apple and Siri. Rumor. Name child. Rumor. Topper. How about some Asian name? Soon Jin Lee. Soon Jin Lee. How crazy that sound? Parvati. Let's get the Indian's name on up in there too. Parvati Vladimir. Gustav. And then there's another celebrity named their kids Poppy Honey Rosie and Buddy Bear. This is their real first fucking names. And they got the nerve to be talking about how black people names sound. I say sisters, brothers, whatever. If your name sounds so black that people know you a black person, embrace that shit and be proud of it. Be proud of your motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? Lil Pookie Ray, be proud of that shit. I'm so sick of motherfuckers telling us how our name sounds so fucking ghetto. What the fuck is ghetto? Why are we the only ones that can't accept and appreciate our motherfucking names? And you got names out here like Topper and Sulu Jean and Chung Pong Poon and Ludwig and Ledger and Blanket. Michael Jackson named his kid Blanket. Was that his real damn name? I think that was a nickname. But anyway, Bear Blaze and Sunchild and Goldenrod. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Embrace your motherfucking names. Embrace your whatever damn name your parent gave you. Hell, Whoopi Goldberg even changed her name to Whoopi Goldberg. Ain't nobody ever said nothing about her. Her motherfucking name ain't Whoopi Goldberg. I think his name, like, her name is Elaine something or some shit like that. It's so simple. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of What's the Real Deal, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for your patience. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And come back next week. I'm going to have another video that's called That's a Wrap. That's a wrap. We're going to talk about Jason Mitchell and his sexual misallegations. We're going to talk about Andre Brower, who's leaving 911. I believe that's the TV show that he's on. We will talk about the different directors and producers who don't want to film in the state of Georgia because of the abortion ban. That's on the back end of the lawyers saying that they ain't going to prosecute nobody in Georgia as well. Georgia seems to be the only ones that's stepping up and stepping out. All right, take a stand, Georgia, take a stand. And also, I think I had, who else I have on there? And then we're going to talk about the fans' reaction to the Game of Thrones and how pissed off y'all have been throughout the season. We're going to talk about that damn Starbucks cup, the water bottle that was behind Samuel's feet, the microphone that was in one of the people's heads that died. We're going to talk about all that shit. That's it. That's a wrap. No, that's all, folks. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for coming back. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.